so that the city auditor doesn't have to participate in the selection, but maybe another entity like Alberta Ministerial Alliance, you know, could help with that, guide that selection, because they have a pool that's different than city. They have a whole nother pool to pull from that would leave us with somebody that maybe have more history or story behind them for the job, but they also, their bias will be different. It won't be connected to a badge or a paycheck. You know, it could be another, a fresher source.
But then, are they doing, who decides who's doing a good job of representing the community?
The CRC represents the community. They are community work for the city.
Well, the Alberta Ministerial Alliance, they consistently are in many of our city's problems and direct the city many times, have directed the city to resolutions and stuff like that, you know, and it, like I said, they continue to have a diverse pool to pull from. I think that would be better.
You mean Alberta or?
I think it's Alberta Ministerial Alliance. Yeah.
I think we have to remember, even within the police bureau, there are political things happening right now that have left the police bureau in turmoil, where it finally dawned on me, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get it, that the officers who were cornered by O'Day after the O'Day shooting potentially felt that their long years of achievement in their careers were laid to waste by irresponsibility, his drinking problem, whatever happened, and the mayor's inability to leave the city. So what I'm wondering about is, in regards to this, I feel like we have political affiliations that are more complicated based on our family history. Maybe some of us have military backgrounds, some of us have more or less legal education, have different understandings of law and justice and law and order. And I feel like this police auditor position, I mean, I don't really have much to say about that, but I'm just kind of concerned that we haven't yet recovered from the O'Day shooting and how that caused a loss of faith with us. And I think the best step would have been for the mayor and O'Day to just promptly resign. And at first I was sort of duped by the O'Day fours being framed as the bad guys, but really I realized that they were cornered in a room by a man who had just shot someone, and this man carries a gun. And the mayor has just basically kind of tried to have me killed by saying I have a dangerous weapon brandished at City Hall when I don't. A corkscrew, that's corkscrew-gate. So I'm kind of looking at it like the mayor just tried to have me killed for asking him to resign for covering up the O'Day shooting. And I'm not saying killed necessarily, it's kind of flirting with the subject.
Okay, so can
Yeah.
I ask you?
Wrap it up or get topical? What is the topic?
Maybe you could pay
You let me know.
So maybe it's...
No, I am paying attention, but my dad was dosed with LSD at a party in the 60s, so he had a very expansive mind and he was accused of it constantly. I think it's okay to expand our consciousness. I've never done LSD myself, voluntarily or otherwise. But I think there are different ways of piecing together and sort of transcending the perspective we're in to see the bigger picture. And
We're not going to include Chief O'Day in the selection process.
what about Mayor Hales? Are we having a crisis of confidence?
He's not included either. So.
Well, what about this propaganda? How does this looks good to me, but how does this affect the DOJ? Because if I'm going to be...
Mary, we're not talking about that right now.
We're not.
We're talking about the police auditor's position. So if you have something to say on that subject, could you please?
Well, if there is a police auditor, how do we know that they will exert proper accountability and leadership and operate with ethical, professional standards?
We're trying to
But I heard what she's saying. It's like all connected.
It's connected, because if we have a crisis in confidence at the top, we are in trauma. So all the drama that's been going at all these meetings is because we haven't done healing on a personal level. And I almost feel like all of us need to say, I did something wrong I'm ashamed of. I did
speak
something wrong I'm ashamed of.
I'm so
don't
wait to get back home.
But and then
but it
we
wasn't real
have to deal with the most fundamental issues of guilt and innocence,
Shame.
regret, shame, career, like,
But Mary,
how can we trust someone in leadership in this government?
Okay, so can we get back to this?
Okay, I'll just stop talking.
What are you
Yeah.
suggesting?
I'm just suggesting that my job as the Leo is to shut up and let other people talk.
Oh, I didn't
What
want
are
to
you
shut you
suggesting?
down.
I'm suggesting if we have unresolved business, like in Kabbalah, in Jewish mysticism, if you have unresolved business, you have to finish the business.
Okay.
And if we don't sort that out, we're not going to get to the answer of this because we have fundamental failings in crisis of confidence.
I see that. I
See
like
what I'm saying?
I see that.
Okay.
With respect to the to the person who is facilitating, and we probably should just give it back to Tom.
Tom.
Give him that respect.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're working together, we want to respect each other.
Second that motion. All hail.
Let me ask this one.